Life story. Now the saga of Smarty Jones.
Good evening, I'm Jennifer Johnson. A late night party turns into a riot at RIT. Sheriff's deputies faced off against hundreds of students. 9 people are facing charges, and some are questioning the way deputies handled the situation. And we uncovered home video of the standoff. Berkeley Breen is live in the newsroom with tonight's top story. Berkeley?
Jennifer, it all happened around 12:15 this morning at RIT's Colony Manor apartment complex. That's just off campus. 7 of the 9 people arrested are students. All of them are men. One of them went to the hospital when he was hit in the head by a pepper ball shot by deputies. Now, the video you're about to see was shot by a student from a second-floor window. The video shows the sheriff's deputies with helmets and shields moving towards the crowd. The sheriff's department says there were somewhere between 350 and 400 people. You can see a couple of students overcome by the pepper dust shot into the crowd by police.
It was basically going on right behind our apartment. There was about 50 feet between us and the cops and then the crowd.
Basically saw it happen right here.
Yep, the police were lined up along here. There was
John Zaffino saw the standoff outside the back door of his residence.
I saw the police starting to advance on the crowd to trying to break things up. I didn't see the bottles thrown, but I mean, there was a lot going on last night.
Today, the scene is littered with broken beer bottles and the remnants of the pepper dust. The sheriff's department says it was called to the scene after a campus security officer was hit in the head by a beer bottle. One deputy was also hit. These are pictures taken by students at the scene. The sheriff's department says it gave the students several warnings to break up. It says the crowd was hostile and came towards the deputy's line. The department says it fired 50 to 60 rounds of pepper balls directly into the crowd and says its actions were justified.
Well, when they start throwing bottles at us and sticks and stones, we have no other recourse but to don this equipment because it's our aim to not be injured and not have anybody else be injured.
This is what the sheriff's department was using last night to break up the crowd. Little red plastic balls filled with pepper dust. One student we talked to said he was hit in the chest with one of these things. Show us the welt in your chest.
Sure. I got hit once right there.
Ben Berthume still has the mark from where he was hit. In his words, he says the police brought on the crowd themselves.
A couple people were throwing bottles here and there. It wasn't like everybody was. I guess kind of got egged on and just blew out of proportion.
Well, we had faced with us significant acts of disobedience. They were refusing our commands to disperse, and we went to the next level.
The sheriff's department says it initially shot those little pepper balls up into the air into the trees, but when that failed to break up the crowd, that's when they shot them directly at the students. Now, RIT says it's had concerns about the Colony Manor apartment complex before. It says it's going to start its own investigation Monday. Live in the newsroom, Berkeley Breen, News 10, NBC.
A U.S. soldier